Hey everyone. Let's pull it through. Hi Eileen. Just waiting for peeps to join. Hey up, Brand. How are you, babe? Oh, thanks. Literally, I just sort of just finger job, hairspray, that's it. Jobs are good. And oh my God, Eileen, I am sweltering today. I mean, last night, I just couldn't even sleep. Hey up, Marcus. Hello, Anna. Hello, LJ. But yeah, last night I was like absolutely sweltering. I could barely even sleep. It was horrible. Hey up, Gina. I'm back. Hello, Anan. Oh, all my regulars. Yay. I love seeing you guys. Yeah, I had a couple of weeks hiatus. Yeah. But I'll have a sig in a 10-minute chat before I get stuck in, obviously, because I'm still waiting for people to join. So say hello to Clive, everyone. My good friend Clive is in today as well. We're both back. Clive's not been around for a while because he's been really, really busy with work, and like I've pretty much been the same. Well, work and other stuff. Same seriously considered stealing the dog's cool mat. Oh dear. Seriously though, what I did last night, because my hay fever's like been really getting to me. It's like if I lay flat, my nose just gets so bunged up overnight, and because I have to keep the windows open because it's that hot, you know, it's the pollen just keeps coming in. So what I did last night was I folded my duvet up and shoved it under my pillows, so I was like proper propped up, and I just ended up getting a chuffing mattress sheet out of the cupboard and just put that over me. I didn't even want to sleep in that, if I'm honest. Brand, your sinuses are terrible. Yeah, it's been really hay fever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the weather. You know what I mean? Like through the day, you can get out in the garden. It's like today, the kids have had inset day with school, you know, like teacher training day. And I just sort of kick them out in the garden, in the pool. They're having fun, splashing away. You know, get the barbecue out and stuff. That kind of stuff, yeah, I like. But then when it comes to the evening, it's sort of like, oh, can't sleep, tossing and turning, sneezing. It's doing my head in. Hey up, Michelle. So, yeah. But loads has been like going on just lately because I know it sounds weird, but like I'm still going to retire from the DJing side to things. That's still on the cards. But it's almost as if as soon as everybody finds out I'm retiring, they'll want my services. And it's sort of like, you know, I got roped into it this weekend for an old friend who's got a pub gig. And it was kind of like, you know, the late, long hours, the late nights, not getting home while 2:30 in the morning. And I had to do it for 2 nights because he'd gone away for the weekend. And it was sort of like, oh, I don't miss this. Oh, good night, but still, I don't miss it. And it's sort of like my plan to sort of finish it this year is still going ahead. If anything, I think it's just reaffirming the fact that I want to get up. But once I do, I could put more time and effort into this, which is what I want to do. That's what I've said all along is what I want to do. So, but I've had a couple of weeks sort of away from YouTube, really. I've still been sort of, I'll say keeping up with private readings, even that a lot of people's readings sort of got delayed over the last 2 weeks. It was just sort of a lack of energy more than anything. It was a lack of energy more than anything. Because obviously, as you guys are aware, I'm still having sort of personal issues within the family and stuff. You know, my granddad's still not well. Well, of course he's not well, you know. It's not getting any better. So we've all kind of been flooding around him lately, to be fair. Thanks, Gina. Hi, Mrs. V. Anyway, how have you guys been? It's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to catch up with you lot. Tell me how you've been. What's going on in the world of my subscribers? Type away. Hello, Elise, Diamond and A. Sorry about your grandfather. Yeah, it's all right. It's one of those things, isn't it? Marcus, being okay, busy with work, getting my money right. Good for you, Marcus. Good for you. Hello, Max. A ball. LJ. Oh, where's the chat gone? Just enjoying the sun up here in Geordieland. Oh, yeah, Newcastle, LJ. That's not far from me. And then, reading a bit, working out, trying to figure out life. That'll be a never-ending journey, darling. We're all trying to figure life out. Hot in the high 40s, barely bearable. Tell me about it. Got my master's in Reiki. Oh, brilliant. Well done, you, Gina. LJ, yeah. I tell you what, I love the Geordie accent. I really do. Michelle Allen, do you have any last-minute reading slots tonight? Michelle, if you want to book in, I may be able to fit you in for about 11 o'clock. It's 20 to 9 now. So you're looking at in about a couple hours if you want that. You can email me if you want it, darling. Because I've got to have a chat with Clive first just to go over some stuff. And then, yeah, I should be able to sort of do that. But, yeah, Clive's just posted my email address if you want to just sort of email me. But you'll be there. I'm just putting it out there for everyone. Obviously, if Michelle takes that slot, that's the only reading I'm doing tonight. And that's a one-off. I've got plenty of slots available tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. Completely off bounds on Friday because I've got a wedding. So, yeah, Michelle, I can do you at 11 tonight, but you'll be the last one because obviously I need an early night. I've got some school run tomorrow morning, and I've also got quite a bit of driving to do tomorrow as well. So, hello, Punya. Brand, looking for a job, don't know which direction, juggling men that I don't want. Oh, my days. Bloody hell. Punya, I'm going to Dubai tomorrow for a show. Nervous. How are you? I'm all right, darling. I'm all right. I'm as right as I'll ever be. Oh, dear. Gina, too hot for men. Georgia. Malta. Oh, yeah, Georgia. Hello. Oh, yes, Georgia. Do you know what? I got your email. I did reply to it, darling. And you know what? When I read your, sorry, guys, I know you're probably a bit confused. Georgia's paid for a reading through PayPal, just a pre-recording. And the message that she left me on PayPal was absolutely brilliant, and it really made my day. It was something along the lines of like she got her 3 questions or something. Don't worry, Don, I won't divulge your info, but yeah, she says this question, I want this, and then second question this, and then for third question, I don't really want anything. I just want you to look after yourself. And I was like, aren't you a blaming darling? Honest to God, it made my day. It really did. And then she also emailed me as well not long after calling me a fairy godmother, and I was like, oh my days, this is brilliant. It put a smile on my face, which I actually probably needed after the last few days, few weeks I've had, I suppose. It was lovely. Punya, I'm dying to get a personal from you once I'm back. We'll mail and set it up. Yeah, definitely. Punya, when you're sorted, just let me know. Because you guys know me. If you message me like months in advance and we ain't got a specific date set, it's not always ideal. You're better off if you just message me when you are ready and you have got, like, you know, the provisions to get you, you know, pay for your reading and stuff like that, I could fit in within a day or two normally. And if I have to make extra time, I will, you know what I mean? It's not a major issue. If you need a reading, you need a reading. That's just how it is. That's how I see it. But obviously, I let everybody know in advance the days that I cannot do it. So, you know, I can only do one tonight, letting you know. And then I can pretty much take on as many slots as I possibly can up until Friday night. You got no chance. I've got this wedding, obviously, and it's been booked for months. So, Georgia, you're amazing. That's why. Thank you, baby girl. Oh, I love you guys. I really do. I really do. I've missed you. I'm trying harder. Girls, just because of her reading, I stopped having fake hopes. You were my wake-up call, raw reading, not sugarcoating things, and I truly trust you. Well, listen, Georgia, it's like I tell a lot of my clients. The whole point of having a tarot reading is for the purpose that the tarot was intended, which is all for guidance. So it's to put people back on their life path, okay? And obviously, I work with the belief that the tarot gives incentives. Okay, if we carry on this path, this is going to happen. If we carry down a different path, this is going to happen. And it's usually a better incentive, or at least a warning that you can avoid. And, you know, that's where the predictions lay, I think. You know, that's what I believe anyway. And obviously, the way I work is with the notion that if I can get someone back on track, they do not need to be constantly having tarot readings and wasting their money and unnecessarily building hopes for things like that. So, you know what I mean? And it's sort of like, okay, listen, if I'm giving you advice and you don't take it and it all goes down the shitter, you've only got yourself to blame, really. You know, that's kind of how it sort of works. Whereas, if we get good advice, we stop giving people fake hope and shit like that and actually put them back on track. You know, it's all about putting you to the point where you can live your life that little bit more happy and that little bit more calmer, you know what I mean? Because it's like I tell a lot of people, especially when they're like, oh, is my ex going to come back? And if it comes out in the cards, oh yeah, your ex might come back, it's a case of, okay, what's the reason? What's the motive? Is this a good thing or not? If it is a good thing, brilliant. Happy days for you. But it's very, very rare we get those kind of readings. Normally, if somebody messages me saying, oh, is my ex going to come back? You know, it's a case of, okay, darling, I'm going to put you out your misery so that you stop paying so many fucking tarot readers to tell you the same thing. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. Georgia, I wouldn't be anything other than a typical Scorpio. November, darling. As if you couldn't guess. As if you couldn't guess. I must admit, though, you know, sometimes, especially when people are stuck in the past for whatever reason, you know, sometimes takes a few sessions to sort of get them to that point where they are feeling more comfortable with themselves and more confident to move forward with their life. Those are the more difficult cases I found, where you sort of have to work with them like every other week or every month or something. And usually it's just to kick up the backside from spirit. Many of you can vouch me on that one. You know what I mean? But I suppose once we do get to that level where there is a little bit more confidence, there is a little bit more security in your own sort of being, in your own little world, in your own bubble, you tend to find you need the tarot readings, you need the guidance a lot less. Also, trusting your own intuition, trusting your own life path, you know, trusting your gut more than anything. A lot of people doubt themselves too much. Hello, Alex, Michelle. Oh, so many people coming. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Right then. Listen, I'm going to do today a little bit different, you guys. I had a bit of meditation earlier on. And Georgia, oh my, your intuition. They said a lot of things about Scorpio. Other Scorpios dreaming their feelings, which are coming true. Wow. But anyway, you guys, I meditated earlier on, and I spoke to Angela through, you know, my spirit guide through meditation, and I just sort of wanted to try something different this week. And obviously, for the last, I'd say, couple of weeks, I've it's not that I've been spiritually detached, but I've sort of not really wanted to kind of open myself up that much because there's been so much going on. And obviously I sort of still feel relatively like that at the moment, but to be fair, I'm still spiritually in tune. You know, it's just a simple case of giving my spirit guides a break, which they're quite comfortable for me to do. And also the new approach that I'm going to do this week, just as a one-off, is fun as well. So what I was thinking of doing is I'm going to give a quiz, okay? And I'm going to say the first, and we're going to, basically, I'm going to ask 5 questions about the tarot, okay? And I'm going to go for the first one, you know, first person gets it right, wins a reading. Then it might be another question, and second person that gets it right wins a reading. You know what I mean? And these are going to be like all questions about the tarot. Okay, so that's the way I'm going to do this today. So, so yes, you guys, because obviously I still want my Monday Funday to be free at the point of service. So I thought we'd give this a go. Okay, just as one off, like I say. So I'm going to do 5 questions, and I'm going to be reading for 5 people. And what I'll do is I'll just ask a question. Whoever gets it right, I'll read for them there and then. Then afterwards, we'll move on. I'll ask another question, and we'll do it like that, okay? So, yeah, and these are all going to be questions about the tarot. So, listen, you guys. I am literally just sort of pulling up my little quiz. I won't be a moment. And we'll sort of go for it. These won't be hard, by the way. They won't be hard at all. They won't be hard at all, I promise you. Yeah, I've definitely got my quiz ready. So I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so much fun, so much fun, so much fun. So, quiz time. Just going to quickly recap. I'm going to ask a question. And on this question, the first person who gets it right gets a reading. Okay? Yep. And then I will change the position of the winner as we go through. Okay? So this is fate out of the way. This is solely on you guys. Okay? No spirit guides involved. This is solely on you guys. Georgia, like the rainfall girl. Like the rainfall. Yes, we're doing a tarot quiz. Tarot quiz, tarot quiz. I'm just gonna, because obviously I've got 19 people in the room. I'm just gonna, Clive, I'm playing, but I don't want a reading, obviously. Clive, if you happen to be in a winner's position, what I'm going to do is go to the next person down from Clive, okay? So it would literally be as if his name wasn't even in the list, yeah? But obviously it's still fun to play. It's still fun to play. So, yeah, I'm just going to sort of hang on for like another couple of minutes just so more people can join. Tarot quiz, tarot quiz. While we're still waiting, you guys, feel free to share this video, you know, on your Facebooks or on your own YouTube channels. Let people know what we're doing. A free quiz to win a free reading. How exciting. Georgia, Professor K. Oh dear, Michelle, I'm trying to read Clive's mind now. Oh dear. Yes. I'm just going to have another couple of minutes, let people join. We're doing a tarot quiz. Come and join us. We're going to pick some winners to get a freebie reading. It's going to be fun. I'll have another flag while I'm waiting. Don't worry, you guys. We've got up to an hour. And I will read for 5 people. There will be 5 people getting a freebie reading. It will be a 1 question. So that's the way I'm going to do this. But yeah, like I've been saying, I'll ask a question about the tarot. This is a tarot quiz. I'm going to ask a question about the tarot. And on the first question, the first person to get it right wins the reading. On the second question, the second person to get it right wins the reading. Third person, fourth person, and so on and so forth. Georgie, you're the only one person who does that. Well, I might do this a little bit more often, you know. Like, for example, 1 week use my spirit guides and then the other week do the quiz, you know what I mean? And sort of do it like that, you know. Because, I mean, I love quizzes, I do. And if you're doing a quiz about tarot, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Diamond Dene should teach tarot and astrology in high school. And I think they should teach astrology, yeah, but I do think tarot is sort of it's not necessarily something, it's a hobby, isn't it? That's what it is. You know, I suppose in a way if it was sort of in creative studies or something like that. But yeah, it's like Brittany says, it's a gift. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I always find it hard to what questions to ask. Well, to be fair, even if you don't know what to ask and you still win, I could just roll with it and just sort of deliver a message and just sort of do it like that. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Diamond, you know, classes by night with a pro like yourself. Well, I do tarot tutorials, you know, cam to cam and stuff. Just slightly cheaper than the hour reading. So like for an hour's tarot reading, I charge 50, but to actually learn, I only charge 40 for an hour. And I usually have clients set up for like 1 hour every week, you know what I mean, until they feel comfortable on their own. And it's always down to them. They say when they want to stop, they say that when they want to sort of carry on. That's just how it goes. You know, some people will crack it within a couple of weeks, others it may take a bit longer. But while I'm on the topic of tutorials, don't forget, you guys, I have a tutorial done already. It's a little bit naughty, but it's basically my tutorial. E-tutorial is called Kaylovestarot Presents Sex in the Tarot. So not only do we talk about the actual tarot cards, i.e. the minor and major arcana, I also give you a few spreads to have a go at, and we also talk about you know, sexual references and love references within the tarot. And I also have a little say on how to link the cards as well. So if anybody is interested in anything like that, go to my channel, scroll down, you'll see the trailer. Check out the trailer, try before you buy. And all the details to purchase that are there as well. Thank you, Clive. He's just posted the link to go and check out that trailer. But yeah, otherwise, I'm going to get ready to get stuck in a moment. So, right. Are we all ready to start? Are we all ready to start? Still not many people in, but yeah, we're going to start this quiz now, you guys. Yes. So, first question, and I'm looking for the first person to answer it correctly will win the reading today. The first question is, how many stars are there on the Empress's crown? First person to get it correct, we'll do them a reading there and then. How many stars are there on the Empress's crown? Keep going, you guys. Keep going. Mrs. V. Mrs. V. 182. You guessed 12. You got it right, darling. Look, there are 12 stars on the Empress's crown. Right then, Mrs. V, do you have a question or would you like me to roll with it? Yay, Mrs. V. Question about career. Okie dokie. Anything specific or are we just sort of going along with the topic? Questions about career. What's your sun sign, Mrs. V? Morning, Annie. Will I get a job soon? Less than 2 months, Libra. Right. Mrs. V, Libra. Do we see her getting a job in the next 2 months? Mrs. V, Libra. Do we see her getting a job in the next 2 months? Let's find out. Mrs. V. Look at that. First card out and I just shuffled the Empress. The Tower. 6 of Swords. 1 minute. The High Priestess. Strength and the Page of Pentacles reverse. Listen, sweetie, I've pulled 6 cards and you've got 4 major arcana. And obviously these are the trump cards. This is what's going on under the surface. And obviously we have the High Priestess here. So this all may be information that I guess either that you're not seeing or that's purposely being hidden from you. I'm not too sure. I reckon the Tower's linked to what's maybe being held from you, like information that's being held from you, something like that. Excuse me for 1 moment. What's the matter? It's my Charlie. Charlie, what's the matter? I'm reading.
I don't want to go.
All right, then. All right, go to bed. I love you.
Love you.
Sorry, you guys. So, yeah, I kind of want to say this is probably linked to a previous job more than anything else. And then it usually means a job that's, or a situation that's been built on a false foundation. So, for example, a broken promise. So it could be that you've gone to, I don't know, apply for a job and it could be like a broken promise. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you were given some sort of information that led you to feel more optimistic than you probably should. You know, like a pipe dream kind of thing. That I'm leaning more towards that kind of stuff. But, you know, here's the strength where we've learned lessons from the past. You know, we've gone through dramatic situations in the past. This is something that we no longer have to entertain anymore. And obviously, the fragility of offers that have been made literally have been that fragile. But I see the Empress as kind of the future, sort of the hope here, okay? And it's a very nurturing, caring card. And I'm sort of wondering if you're in some sort of, or you're wanting to go into some sort of work that involves care, you know, nurturing, you know, like medical or, you know, anything that involves children or the elderly or something like that. You know what I mean? Is that where your heart lies? Is that what you want to do? Is this more about sort of, is the strength tied in with the Empress? I'm so drawn to the strength card. You know, like taming the beast, taming the lion. This is sort of like, you know, I don't know, maybe a line of work where you deal with other people's fuck-ups in a way, I suppose. I'm not sure what that means. You know, where you make corrections where others have failed. I don't know if that's kind of what's coming out. Oh my God, I was in QA. What's QA? Quality assurance. Do you know what? I was sort of like, sorry. Yes. And I'm wondering now, are we sort of wanting to go more down the route? Hey, the one. Are we sort of wanting to go more down the route where we enter into a more caring, nurturing position as opposed to fixing other people's fuck ups? That's sort of where I was getting at. You know, but at the same time, because the strength card is there, it's a good indication to say, listen, you were still really good at what you did, and even if you wanted to sort of continue with that line of work, it's still actually a really good opportunity, and it's likely something's going to get offered anyway. So like I say, you know, to see, all right, the tower, sometimes a positive thing, sometimes not. It's usually a realization that we've had these broken promises before. It's been false foundation kind of way, you know what I mean? And it's also an indication with the Six of Swords in tandem that it's not going to be like that all the time. You are going to get something a bit more solid. And obviously the High Priestess, you know, she's always a reminder that there is still yet more to be revealed, and to continue sort of pushing towards your goal, really. And I suppose in tandem with the Empress, yeah, I would definitely say things are going to take a turn for the better. Just hang in there. And obviously, if you want to be a bit more picky with the kind of work that you want to do, then you can afford to be picky at this point, you know what I mean? Because you're good at what you do. So there you go. This is there's your reading. Right then, you guys. On to question 2. And I'm going to give you guys a hint with this question, because obviously there could be at least 2 answers to this, but we're going to narrow this down. So I'm going to give a hint on the question at the same time, and it is the second person to get this question right. The second person to get this question right wins the reading. Remember what we said, the first person in the first question, the second question, it's the second person to get it right. Okay, so the question is, what pentacle in the tarot is regarded as the home body? What pentacle in the tarot is regarded as the home body? The homely one. What pentacle in the tarot is regarded as the home body, or the homely one? Keep going. Keep going. The one. Eileen was the first to get it right, but the one was the second to get it right. The one, it is indeed the Queen of Pentacles. There you go. The one. Pop up. Yes, yes, yes. So, the one. What do you want to know? Or do you want me to roll with it? Don't forget, make sure you give me your sun sign. Yes, well done, the one. I'll tell you what, though, I saw some amazing, like, examples of what could be, but you see what I mean? That's why I had to narrow it down. The homebody, I see the homebody as the queen, but obviously I had to narrow it down a bit because I suppose the hermit could be as well. But that's why I added, it's the pentacle. What pentacle card is the home? You know what I mean? So, so yeah. All right. Just waiting for the one to just throw me the sun sign and the question if she has one, or she can tell me to roll with it. Whichever. I didn't want to make these questions too easy because I still wanted to sort of get a few of your brains working. I wanted to sort of see the cogs turn in there a little bit. The one, sun sign is Cancer. Do you want me to roll with it, darling, or do you have a question? Clive, good questions, yeah? Just waiting on the one, letting me know if she wants me to roll with or if she has a question. Question is, where's my mum, my love? So, yeah, we want to know. Where's the twin flame? Where's the soulmate? Not sure, like, how detailed we can go in a few cards, but I'll try my best, darling. In fact, what I'll do, I'll sort of ask if we can see a soulmate at least for the next year, okay? And if there's any advice attached to that. So, Cancer female, the one, do we see a soulmate for the next, coming into vicinity in the next year? If so, if not, / if not, you know, what's the advice? What's the guidance regarding a soulmate for Cancer female, the one? Okay, 10 of Cups reversed. What was that? The Knight of Wands reversed. The Hierophant. The Wheel of Fortune. I'm seeing a timeline here. What's happened versus what's going to happen. The Ace of Swords. Bloody hell. That is really interesting. Death reversed. The Hermit. One more. Okay, shitload fell out then. Not sure why. Right. I can see where this is going. Show some romance angels, darling. Okay. The romance angels you got were it's safe for you to love and heart-to-heart conversations. So we'll have that bared in mind as we move forward. So, okay, the one. I'm looking at an ex who was really, really inconsistent, took advantage of you in our up to no good while they're out. And then obviously I've got a 10 in the reverse. This is the Cups. Getting so close to your emotional completion. So this could have been like a relationship where you thought you were going to get married or something, or be with them forever. And obviously this is hitting a dead end, quite an abrupt dead end, you know, sort of thinking the best of someone and then kind of out of nowhere they prove you really fucking wrong. And obviously I've sort of got this energy here attached to it with Death reversed and the Hermit and the 7 of Wands reversed. And this is sort of like a situation that I want to say it's residual energy. I think this situation is over. I feel like this is residual energy. You know, where you may be over that person, but you're not over what they did to you. And it's highly likely that there's lingering trust issues. So, for example, if you did enter into another relationship, you're going to have trust issues as a result of what you've been through. And obviously, I think that the 7 of Wands reversed and the Hermit at this stage are your advice. So in order to move forward, we still need to shift that residual energy. You know, maybe you never got closure. Maybe you never really sort of got a real answer as to why somebody treated you the way they did. And unfortunately, it's like I see we've tried in the past to have heart-to-heart conversations to sort of figure out why, what it was. And obviously, then I'm seeing you sort of going into meltdown, trying to, because you never really truly got closure, so you're trying to sort of make your own closure. But I feel like you put 2 and 2 together and came out with 7. So, you know, thinking the absolute wrong things, which is thinking there's something wrong with you when there never really was. These were his issues. If somebody can't commit, if somebody can't stay loyal, they are the ones with the fucking problem. You know, they are not the fucking players. They are not the be all and end all. They have a fucking issue. And you really want to be thanking your lucky stars you got out of it. So instead of blaming yourself, Spirit wants you to start looking at the ways of how you can benefit a relationship moving forward. And that is how we end up in this position of being safe to love again. And obviously, this cannot come without some brutally honest realisation, you know what I mean, with the Ace of Swords. This is the new thought process, I want to say. This is the new view, the new perspective on you as a person and where you're going in terms of love. So I have your incentive with the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. When the time is right, and when I say time is right, what I mean is when these issues are dealt with better. I know we've been trying to make effort, but I feel at this point it's been baby steps for too long. And there's not enough effort going into making yourself feel better about yourself. Clearly, this douchebag's knocked your confidence for 6, and it's going to take anyone time to get over it. Spirit is holding on to your soulmate. You know, I just don't feel like Spirit's going to sort of hand this opportunity to you on a silver platter until the time is right. And so that's why I feel like the Wheel of Fortune's in play, because there is no time limit. We asked about a year, but there is no time limit when your soulmate can come in, because the onus is on you to be ready to welcome that in. Do you know what I mean? That's what I always feel when I see this Wheel of Fortune. It's when the time is right. It's not till you deserve him. Darling, do you see what I mean about your perception of yourself? By you saying, until I deserve him, that is insinuating that you don't deserve them now. That is putting yourself down. I'm getting angry now. That is you putting yourself down. This, again, is a big part of the problem. You need to start thinking a lot better than that. You already, like Clive says, you already deserve that. But because of this mentality that you're the one that needs to sort of, that you're doubting yourself. You're punishing yourself, in other words. You put yourself down. And when you do that, your confidence is never going to get back to a level where it needs to be. When you meet a soulmate, people get mistaken. Well, you know, and this is just my belief, but people seem to think that if a soulmate comes into their life, it will make everything better. No relationship, successful relationship, not many anyway, you know, maybe a couple, but not many relationships survive where one comes in to save another. It doesn't quite work like that. If you're alone and you're lonely and you're craving a relationship, and there are so many issues going on where we're not confident, we're doubting ourselves, we're putting ourselves down, we're blaming ourselves for things that have gone in the past when it really wasn't your fault. You know, that's not what a soulmate's there to do. If anything, if somebody comes into your life while you are vulnerable, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find they're going to take the piss out of you because you're an easy target. So when 2 soulmates come together, remember, soulmates are a mirror image of each other. A perfectionate mirror image of each other. And that happens usually, and most couples who are together now who consider themselves soulmates will tell you this, happens at a time when they can match each other on an even level, when they are equals, you know what I mean, when they are both happy coming together. and not where one has to pick the other up. That should happen within a relationship, not before a relationship. You know, and I think that's why a lot of people sort of get a little bit confused. So you have now a window of opportunity. So now Spirit's saying, if you want a relationship with your soulmate in the next year, you can have it. Baby, you can have it. But not until we've got this new perception thing sorted. So that basically means looking and considering yourself in a better way than you already are. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yes. The onus is on you, darling. The minute you start feeling better about yourself and making better choices and enjoying your own life better, you will meet somebody who will make everything the way you want it to be. But, you know, when two already happy souls meet, that tends to bring about a relationship. When somebody's got to sort of rely on somebody else to make them feel better, mistake me if I'm wrong, but is that not a codependent relationship? And do codependent relationships last? No, they don't. So a bit of FYI info for everybody else out there that was wondering that one. So anyway, you guys, I hope that helps you, my darling, anyway. I really do. So like I say, it's yours if you want it, babe. But you know what you've got to do. You know what you've got to do. Let's start picking yourself up, you know, dusting it off. And stop blaming yourself. Right. You can't do anything about the way anybody else from your past has behaved. All you can do is make the best of a bad situation regarding your own behaviour. You know what I mean? That's all you can do. You can only work with the hand you dealt. That's the way I see it. So, moving on, we've got 3 more questions. Now I'm going to ask. So, the next question I have for you guys, and bear in mind, this is the 3rd question. So, the rules are the 3rd question. The winner will be the 3rd person to get it right. So the 3rd person that gets this question right wins. We did it with the 1st person, 1st question, 2nd question, 2nd person, 3rd person, 3rd question. So, okay, is it okay to get weekly readings? I mean, if you're getting a reading based on that week, then yeah, it's not so bad. But, you know, if you're getting like proper in-depth readings, like i.e., you know, that resonate for a lot longer, then no, you shouldn't be getting them kind of things done every week. But then again, I don't recommend anyone gets a reading every week, because you tend to find that, especially when it's love-related stuff, it's unlikely things are going to change within the space of a week. So you're going to find that you're just being fed the same information, and energies can linger for like well around a month, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'd say once a month, like the one says, once a month is more apt. It gives Spirit enough time to work on the message. Because otherwise, if you do it every week, and especially if you're asking the same question every week, or looking at the same topic every week, you're going to get the same kind of information, and you're just wasting your money. You know, just do it once a month. That's what I say. Like, at least, you know, every 4 weeks, pushing it at 3, you know, then you're probably all right. But anyway, so the 3rd question, you guys, are we ready? Are we ready? We're ready. We're ready. And by the way, I'm just letting you guys know, obviously, those that have already had readings can still enter the quiz, but, you know, you can only sort of win once. So if it lands on sort of somebody who's already had a reading, then I'll just sort of move to the next one down. So, yeah, because it's got to be fair, hasn't it? I can't read for someone twice. It's just not fair, because I only do this once a week. So, right, we're all ready. Right, the 3rd question is, 3rd question, and I'm looking for the 3rd right answer, okay? How many bandages, strips of bandages, are around the person in the Eight of Swords. Think of the card, the Eight of Swords. How many bonds are there around the person in the card, the Eight of Swords? How many bonds? Keep going. Keep going. Brittany. Brittany. You've got yourself a reading today, darling. Yes, the correct answer is 5. There are indeed 5 bonds around the person in the Eight of Swords. And Brittany was the third person to get it right. There we go. There's proof in the pie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There are 5. So, Brittany, sun sign, question, or tell me to roll with it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, I'm a Leo. Does Spirit have any message for me? So I'm rolling with it. Right, Brittany, Leo female. What messages do you have for Brittany? Leo female, Brittany. Brittany, Leo female. Sticking out like a sore thumb. 9 of Wands reversed. The 6 of Wands. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed and the 6 of Swords reversed. This isn't love related, is it? No. Page of Wands reversed and the 3 of Cups. Okay. Just bear with me for 1 second. You guys have got to blow my nose because I'm like so bunged up with this fucking hay fever. Oh dear. Really bunged up. Yeah. Right. Sorry, you guys. Right. Let's spark a cig and let's talk cards. So, Brittany. I've got an issue here. This is definitely a friend. Not talking to a friend. Maybe it's either earth or fire. I've got a lot of wands here, though. Someone's being ignored or blocked out. You're a fire. Yeah, you're the fire sign. Could be talking behind someone's back. I'll agree with Michelle on that one. Earth is a friend, so we're looking at an earth sign friend. Insecure because, okay, have you been accused of saying something behind their back, or is this the other way around? Or is this about to happen? Sorry, Brittany, but we sort of had some messages of what's... I felt that about him. All right. Okay, so this could be about to happen then. And there's a lot of drama headed your way. Let's just put it like this. 6 of Swords is reversed upright. We're getting out of drama. 6 of Swords reversed. This is very much engulfed in drama. And obviously we'll look at 3 of Cups. There's definite friend scenario. I found out and moved away. Right. But there's still drama attached to it. That's the problem. And you just ignored him. So, right, this was you ignoring him then. So I'm on the right track. It's all right. I just have to make sure. Because it was heartbreaking to know. Of course it was. And this is someone who you really did care about. And obviously the Ten of Pentacles sort of makes sense, because I suppose whether it's a friendship or a relationship, it really doesn't matter. We're still hitting that 10 end. This is like thinking you really can trust someone, thinking that that loyalty and commitment is really there, and then bam, hitting a dead end and finding out otherwise. Do you know what I mean? And obviously very, very, very insecure about him. This is, I suppose, your view of him. You feel you can't, you know, this is untrustworthy kind of stuff. So yeah, it makes sense if you can't trust him. The problem is I do see there being like I want to say something to you. I'm not sure how you're going to take it. I feel like this is sort of oh, take care, see you later, Gina. I sort of feel like this is silly reason, but for some strange reason he underestimated you. He underestimated you. He thought you were really vulnerable, and he thought you were an easy target. He didn't think you were as strong as you are. He thought he could just say it and get away with it. You know, this is the recognition card. This is like getting away with it. For in my eyes, you know, that's sort of how I'm sort of seeing it. But at the same time, I'm looking at Six of Wands and I'm thinking, could this come back around? Could this attention from him come back around? I do feel like there's a warning attached. And maybe you should expect some sign of contact. Let me just throw one more. What could come of this? Why is this showing up now? What could come of this? Wheel of Fortune. The Moon. The Hangman. Yeah, he's waiting. He's waiting for the right time to see if he can come back into your circle. He talked behind my back and thought I won't find out about it. I told him I knew and cut ties, but I don't expect him to come back around. But if he does, I'll try my best to be decent. It's not even about being decent. I just see him waiting to sort of come back around here. If I'm perfectly honest, Spirit feels like you did do the right thing in the first place, separating yourself. It wasn't that you were going to stand there and argue. It was just a simple case of, can't trust you, I'm off. You know what I mean? And obviously, he's still showing up as a Queen reverse, so nothing's changed. He's still quite untrustworthy. I think you can be civil, considering, you know, there's mutual friends there and shit like that. But I think you can be civil, but no, you do not have to let him back into your circle. And if anything, I wouldn't advise you to, because he's still showing up as untrustworthy. Clearly, your message today, darling, is, yeah, it's likely you're going to hear from him. He's waiting for the opportune moment. He's waiting in the wings. But he's still showing up as untrustworthy. So should that happen, keep your guard up. Try not to be as vulnerable. Not that you are, but he seems to think that you are. And like I said before, he just completely underestimated you. And it feels like he's that stupid, he's going to try and underestimate you again. Again, that just shows how thick he is. Thick as fucking pig shit. Because you'll just shoot him straight down again. And that's what you should do. Yeah, I'd say try and be as civil as you can, but let him know he ain't back in your circle. Right then, you guys. Moving on. Moving on. All right. So, let me see. So, the cards, obviously, that I'm asking questions about, I have to get them out in front of me so that I can show you afterwards. You know, proof is in the pie and all that. Because you guys know I'm using the right weight. So, let's go. You're welcome, Brittany. Right, are we ready for the fourth question? Are we ready? Are we ready? So, ready? Right. Okay, I'm going to ask, this is, again, the fourth question of the tarot quiz today. This is, the winners will get a free reading today instead of me doing spirit guide-led readings. Fourth question, and the fourth person to answer correctly wins the reading. The fourth person to answer correctly wins the reading. So, second to last one. On the tarot card, the World, in the Rider-Waite, what animal is in the bottom right corner of the card? On the World, what is the animal in the bottom right corner of the card? Right, I'm going to give it to Georgia. She put Leo. It technically is the Leo lion, but obviously we've had 3 correct answers in front of that. So I'm going to let Georgia take that one because it is the Leo lion, yeah. And obviously that's how I roll. So yay, well done, Georgia. Well done, Georgia. So, Georgia, sun sign and question, or tell me to roll with it, and you were right. It is the Leo lion. There you go, you guys. Proof's in the pie. So, Georgia, you were the 4th correct. So, let me know. Sun sign, question, tell me to roll with it, whatever. Georgia, will I ever get lucky? Bless you, my darling. What's your sun sign? I know you emailed it me earlier on, but I can't even remember. Oh, Capricorn. See it? Yeah. What? Oh, Scorpio. Right. Okay. Getting confused myself there, Georgia. I'm easily confused. Right. Can we take a look at fortune and look for Georgia? Just asking Mum, will she be lucky? What information regarding luck do you have for Georgia? And I know exactly what these cards are going to come out with. Georgia, did you mean lucky in love or lucky in money? Yeah, Alex says both. Yeah. Well, I'm looking at both, if I'm completely honest. Look at this. This is so weird how these cards came out. Honest to God, look at this. I've got the Ace of Swords, like smack bang in the middle, 2 pentacles on one side and 2 cups on the other. So this was sort of like, yeah, exactly the one. Cha-ching. But so I'm sort of thinking here, obviously the very positive cards, And what I'm going to say to you is, darling, you make your own luck. You know, for every action, there's a reaction. And you know what I mean? It's especially when it comes to money, you know, I know obviously this could be a case of whether it's you know, like lucky with a job or lucky with gambling. I mean, when it comes to gambling and stuff, you know, some days you will be lucky, some days you won't. It's always hit and miss, really, I find, with stuff like that. But as far as career and stuff goes, this is sort of slow progress wins the race. As long as you continue to make progress, you'll get to your destination. As long as you put in the hard work, the loyalty and the commitment into what you're doing and the money you're making. I also want to say as well, there could have been, not that there's a massive indication, there's not a massive problem, but I suppose in the past, I'm just drawn to the Knight of Pentacles here. This could be like a stoppage after fast movement. So this, or slow down after fast movement. So this could be, you know, spending willy-nilly in the past, not really being too overly disciplined with your money in the past. And obviously now we're sort of like, I'm working my ass off and it's in one hand and out the other. Maybe we're paying debts off, who knows? But at the same time, again, this is slow and steady wins the race, darling. As long as you knuckle down and you actually sort of have a goal set. I always say, whenever I see the King of Pentacles, it usually comes about when there's a goal set and we can achieve that goal financially, because the King is the master of the suit. That is the comfortable stance. And that's where you're headed, which is good. Oh, hello, Nadine. I sent your reading out earlier, darling. Have you got it? So, yeah, this is sort of just got confused. I'm confused all the time, darling, all the time. But yeah, this is sort of reaching a goal, but having an obtainable goal. You know what I mean? Financially. If I'm perfectly honest with you, if you're waiting for a windfall, I'm not going to sit here and tell. I did, but I haven't had time to listen yet. No problem, babe. But yeah, this is sort of a lot of people will look at the King and think, oh yeah, it could be a windfall, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I think that's a bit silly saying that, because the King is the one that's worked his way through from ace to the position he's in now. This is a hard worker. This is someone who has worked his ass off and now can enjoy the fruits of his labour. So this is the, you know, and usually the King of Pentacles tends to be somebody in quite an authority kind of position within a job as well. So if you're working towards a promotion, again, that's a brilliant omen for pay rises and things like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Ace of Swords is a victory card. You see the victory crown there? It's a victory card. But also, again, I also say with the Ace of Swords, this is about new perception, a new way of thinking about how you can achieve what you need to achieve. Then going to the past with the Six of Cups. Maybe this is more, if we're looking at it in a financial way, because obviously don't forget, even though the cups, we can still look at them in a financial way. Obviously, I'd see the page as the confidence, and I'd also see the Six of Cups as remembering things from the past. So, for example, if you've got somebody who you look up to in the past, like a father figure or a mother who has worked really hard their entire life, and, you know, now they're sort of really sitting well and comfortable with where they are because of all that hard work, you know, use them as your inspiration for confidence. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So if you've got somebody that you can look up to, that you can go to ask for advice, somebody who, you know, has got to where they've got to through hard work and graft, but now they're extremely comfortable, again, utilize their knowledge and their experience, you know, to sort of win your way up the ladder, up the financial ladder. But to be fair, financially, this is looking up to someone who can give you confidence, someone from your past who can give you confidence. That's pretty much what those two mean right there. But, other than that, darling, you're on the right track to your victory. Luck is not even an element in this. This is all based on hard work. bearing fruit. So keep doing what you're doing, babe. There you go. Right then. Last but not least, we're doing the last question, you guys. Are we ready? Because obviously I want to call Clive in 15 minutes and have a catch up. So I'm sure you will, darling. Just remember, as long as you have a goal, and you keep working towards the goal, remember, like attracts like. If you believe you can get there and it's going to happen, it will happen. The second we dip into pessimism, it ain't going to happen. Change your mindset to more positivity, okay? Right. You're so welcome, darling. So, love you and leave you, okay? Good night. Good night, Diamond, today. Right, then, you guys, last question. Are we ready? 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 Was finding the card that was attached to the question that I've got on screen. Right, yeah, got it. Right then. So this one is, I suppose it needs to be worded correctly. I'm just going to say that now. The answer needs to be correct, like exactly for what it is. Okay, so this is a 2-word answer, and I need to hear a 2-word answer in order for it to be classed as a correct answer. Okay. And just a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It'd help if you had a little bit of English history knowledge as well. Okay. So this is the 5th question, and the 5th correct answer will win. Okay. 5th correct answer is going to win this, and it is a 2-word answer. I need the 2 words for it to be classed as a correct answer. So, what is the image on the flag in the death card? What is the image on the flag in the death card? It is a 2-word answer. I need to see the 2-word answer for it to be classed as a winning answer. And the 5th correct will win. And it's a specific answer. I will give you guys a clue. It is a rose, but what kind of rose is it? What rose is it? And it's not a white rose. That is not the correct word for it. I told you this would be tricky. No, what did I say? Think English heritage. What is the rose? Do I have to give you guys another clue? I see 1 correct answer. Come on, I need the 5th. 5th correct is going to win this. I see 2 correct answers. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Come on, you guys. You can answer again. Just because you said it right once don't mean to say you can't pop it in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lucia, 5. Lucia, got it right. Lucia, darling, you were the 5th correct. So, yes, you guys, it is in fact the Tudor rose, and you really do need a knowledge of English heritage in order to answer that question. So I did say it was going to be tricky, but it is the Tudor rose. Now, I just want to pull attention to the fact that, because obviously I think this one needs kudos, she was actually the first one to get it right, and it was the one. So I'm just going to sort of, not, I know you've already had a read in the one, but I'm just going to give you a quick round of applause because that really was a tough question and you nailed it, darling. So, but yes, Lucia's won this reading. And, but yeah, it's a Tudor rose. And to be fair, I was going to give you, if it didn't come up, I was going to give you guys another clue, and I was going to say think Henry VIII, you know. maybe the penny would have dropped there and then, but but yes, it's actually called a Tudor rose. That is a Tudor rose. That is, and it's from the it's from Tudor Britain, well, Tudor England, actually, Tudor England, when Henry VIII was on the throne, and I think it also was with Queen Elizabeth as well. You know, they were all Tudors, and Mary Queen of Scots, that kind of era. So yes, I do remember a bit about my English heritage. So yeah. Oh, hey Linda, thank you. Hello somewhere in time, Tarot. So yes, you guys, Lucia, last but not least, Lucia. What the? No, Lucia, I'm sorting Clive out in 10 minutes anyway, darling. Clive's getting a reading anyway in 10 minutes' time. That's why I'm speaking to him. Take your reading, Lucia. Take your reading. What do you want to know, babe? Do you want me to roll with it or what? It was such a nice offer, though, wasn't it, Clive, that she wanted to offer that to you? Oh, okay. Right, Lucia, I know your sun sign, babe. You're Cancer. Right, then. Yes, well done to Lucia. So what messages do we have for Lucia? Just a few cards. Just give a quick last message to Lucia. She's the last winner of tonight. What messages can we deliver to Lucia? So let's see. Let me see. 8 of Swords. The 7 of Cups. The Knight of Cups. 4 of Swords. 2 of Swords reversed. This feels like something quite simple. Like it looks a bit more dramatic in the cards than it actually is. And the 7 of Wands. Put quite simply, is this down? This is down. Okay, me and Lucia, me and you have had this conversation about pessimism and doubt for a while, and no offense, but not much has changed. You're afraid of something not going through. You're definitely afraid of something not working the way you want it to. Not entirely sure what this is actually. It's you're afraid of something not working the way you want it to. You know, it could be a relationship or I don't know. But yeah, we've still got that element of fear, okay. And it's almost like we're sort of laying it to rest and sort of giving up before moving on the way you should. I think you're kind of hoping for a miracle, you know, the knight in shining armour effect, you know, just that sort of hero to come in and save the day kind of thing. I don't think it's love, though. I don't know. I just don't feel like this is love. The thing is, there's a lot of options. So if one route hasn't worked out the way you planned, there are several other ways that you can get what you want. Whatever it is that you want, stop waiting for it to fall in your lap. Stand your ground. Do not give up. Do not give up. Be more assertive. You know, at some point or another in the recent past, you've been in two minds. You've been a little bit indecisive. Here, this is more assertive. This is actually saying, no, I'm not taking no for an answer. This will happen, even if it means you've got to go to the top. I think I know what this is about. And I think you do as well. Don't give up. There are other routes you can go. Don't give up. That's just the message. Do not let this slide. If somebody says no to you and you're sat there thinking that's it, it's over and done with, I'm too scared to keep going, take it any further. Spirit's saying, there's something else here that you're not looking at. And badgering everybody that you need to badger in order to get what you want. So, phone calls every day. Writing letters. Go to your local MP. I'm hearing that now. Go to your local MP. Google, for fuck's sake, slow down. I really didn't want spirit guides involved with this shit. Right. Go on Google, find out your local MP's email address and email them now. Fuck knows where that came from. Write to higher officials, top officials. Take it to the top. That's what they're saying. Take it to the top. And that coincides with the 7 of Wands. There you go, babe. That's the message. There you go. Hope that helps. Right then, you guys. That was fun. It was a fun quiz. Ended on a funny note there, but not that it's Lucy's fault. It was me. I wasn't expecting that. Right. So... It's been amazing as usual. And I've really had fun doing this. So I think what I'm going to do, like, from now on is, like, next week I might do the spirit guide led readings. The week after, we'll go back to a quiz. We'll mix it up a little bit because I had fun doing this. You know what I mean? And also, by doing the quiz about the tarot, you guys will learn something that you otherwise probably wouldn't have even noticed about the tarot. Who knew there were, even some of us tarot readers forget what's actually on those cards. Who would have thought that the actual Tudor rose was imprinted into the tarot? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have who would have really recognized that there are 12 stars on the Empress's crown? Do we know what those 12 stars represent? They can represent months of the year. They can represent years themselves. Usually, 12's a significant number. 12 months, yeah. Some people will interpret it differently than others. I suppose it depends which version of the Empress you get, because obviously, I think in my vice versa deck, let me have a look, because obviously she's represented in so many different ways. I don't even know where she is, but I'm pretty sure there's a 1 star on her or across her on that one. And I would think that represents the 1 year, you know what I mean? Can't even find it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like 1 star like shines across her. And I think it represents the 1 year. Yeah, it 12 zodiac signs as well, yeah. So there's many, many different things that can come from the number 12 regarding the tarot. So again, it's just more food for thought, isn't it? Just something else to get you guys thinking. Anywho, if Michelle's still in here, darling, if you email me within the next half an hour, because obviously I'm going to jump straight to Clive when I hang up here. If you email me within the next half an hour, that 11 p.m. slot will be yours anyway, babe, and I will call you, which, to be fair, 11 p.m. is in exactly 1 hour. It's 10 o'clock now. So Clive's just posted my email address. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I wish you all the best. Again, if anyone wants to check out a tutorial that I've got, please do go to my channel and check out the trailer so you can have a look at it, and then if you like what you see, you can always go to purchase that as well through PayPal. It's only, it's about 1 hour and 20 minutes long, and like I say, it's a really, really good tutorial. I go through loads of stuff on there, and it's actually called Sex in the Tarot. So we look at a sexual reference within the cards as well, which is I had a lot of fun doing it. So if you're curious at that all, it's only £8, so go check it out. Anyway, I'm done, and I will see you guys later. I'm going to post the Rusty monthlies tomorrow, you guys, or it may be across tomorrow and Wednesday, but they'll be out by Wednesday, no doubt. All right, take care. Bye for now.